been a point per game player in the KHL the last 2 years, comes over with a little Russian gas. And the boys, dude, you add that to the top 6 wing, and I'm like, holy shit, dude, I was doubting the Avs.
Ice is ready, and we are back with another episode of the Empty Netters podcast, brought to you by BetMGM. We're doing division breakdowns. We're doing the Central, but guys, massive news broke today.
I know, dude.
Woke up on a Monday morning, stretched out, got ready for another week, got ready for a fun episode with the boys, and wouldn't you know it, Sid the Kid extends 2 years at his typical 8.7 AAV with the Pittsburgh Penguins. What do we think?
I was excited. I was actually doing my business.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
You know how it works,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
We all got to do our morning routine.
Yep.
Morning routine, little morning
And
scroll.
little morning scroll, and I saw that, and I was super happy. I mean,
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you want Sid to be back with the Penguins. You don't think of anywhere else Sidney Crosby's going to be playing, and 8.7, 2 years.
So awesome.
We'll get into that,
The
but
2 years is so awesome.
It's
just
awesome.
Like he's
Yeah.
just such a what a fucking good dude.
He's the man.
It's insane.
he's my favorite player.
Yep. Same.
Yeah.
Dude, quick tangent. There's been a couple earthquakes here recently. How was that? Were you out of town, eh?
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Actually, no, there was the one earthquake that happened. I remember getting the alert on our phone. Remember?
Yeah.
You get that? I was in the Uber on my way to the airport.
Oh, okay. So but you didn't feel it.
I didn't feel it, but I was like, I was kind of like waiting to feel
Yeah.
it, and I was like,
Yep.
nothing, you know?
I was talking to some buddies this weekend because a friend of ours had a friend in town, and she had never experienced, not from here, she never experienced an earthquake, and they were at a workout class, like they were at Barry's, so they didn't feel it at all. They're like running on the treadmill, and she was bummed because she was like, oh, I wanted to experience that. And all the boys I was with started talking about where you were, right? And it was like I was in bed still. I mean, my girlfriend was asleep, and she's kind of like waking up, and she was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Go back to bed. It's fine."
We're good.
Yeah, but one of my boys, shout out Gideon, was like, "Dude, I was doing my morning business," and I was like, "That's actually kind of a funny way to experience an
toilet.
earthquake,
Yeah,
dude."
seriously.
I've never been doing that while an earthquake happened. I was like,
porcelain
that's
shattered.
pretty
I've
cool.
definitely
dude.
never done, and it's because I'm from Alaska, and we have a ton of earthquakes up there.
Oh, do you? I didn't know that.
I've never been taking a shit and
Yeah.
before. No.
What a cool experience.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
Back to Sidney
Anyway,
Crosby.
yeah. Sid,
Back to Sid the Kid.
you're an earthquake of a player, man.
So
I fucking love it.
Here's the deal. I couldn't love Crosby more as well. I think it's awesome. I will be the contrarian though and say like I do want to see him somewhere else. And that's only because
I just want him in the playoffs.
if you could snap your fingers and make the Penguins a contender, then I'd be.
I think everyone that's a hockey fan would want
Yep.
that.
And Dan, I want to just take back something I said. I said I would just want him in the playoffs. That's not true. I want him on a contender because I don't want him to
Chris,
get in and then just lose in the first
This
round.
is
That's
my
not
thing.
Cool. Yeah.
I look and listen. I hope they come out this season and shock all of us. And they're way better. Blah blah blah. I personally don't see that happening. So I think even if they do sneak in the playoffs, they're bounced in the first or second round. I think it'd be a miracle if they got to the second round.
Me too.
Yeah,
Therefore, I am like, Sidney Crosby is still playing at an elite level. He deserves to be on a team that's fighting for a Stanley Cup. I think we are at the point with him where I'm like, he needs to be Ray Bourque. He needs to be Joe Thornton. He deserves to be, deal him, get something great for him back, get that rebuild going, and let Sidney Crosby lift the Stanley Cup one more time. That's truly how I feel. And I just don't think it's happening with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think everyone just wants to see Sid win another cup. You know what I mean? I think
exactly.
like it's
Be so.
everyone wants to see him win a cup now at his age.
Yep.
Now, right?
Yeah,
You want
yeah.
to see him win that fourth one.
Yep.
At the latter part of his career. Like I think
And
I think
not that the two he won. Is that back to back? Did
Yeah.
they win? Yeah, they did,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The
Oh, yeah,
two-
yeah,
So
sorry.
wow, they went to back to back.
No.
Like they split the first one. Like
Well,
yeah, you're right.
Yes,
they lost.
yes.
They lost.
yeah,
They've
Yeah,
only
you're
won
right.
3, but yes.
But like the 4 cups he's gone to were back to back.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
great.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Just processing that. Anyway, even though those 2 wins back to back weren't that long ago, it does, if he were to get one more, it does kind of feel like almost like a Brady thing where there's like eras of Sid, like you won that early one, you won those middle ones, and then it would just sick to
Exactly.
see him get like a now old guy Sid
Exactly.
gets one. And
Oh
you're
my
like,
God.
sick.
It'd be amazing.
Yeah.
And again, yeah, like I'm happy for Pittsburgh fans, but I this is a warning of caution. Don't think that this means he's retiring there.
That's what I mean.
That's all I'm saying.
That's what I agree.
Yeah.
Maybe the 2 years is like, okay,
That's
we'll see what we can do in 2 years, and
Yeah.
if not, you're going to deal me, or
Feels like 2 years at a manageable cap number for a great player.
or maybe he signs another
Yep.
deal with someone else at a
That's-
1 year
yep,
deal,
yep.
right? After the 2
you know
years.
what I know what I do think though. I think a big part of this deal is there was no way he was going to leave Pittsburgh for free.
No.
I don't think he was ever going to leave them in the lurch. I think it was always I will, whether it have been last year or this year, even after an extension, he's like, hey, listen, if we're not doing it, we're not making playoffs, I would like to go chase a cup, but I'm going to make sure you guys are getting something.
Yeah.
And I think that's just another reason why he's the best. And Pittsburgh deserves that. They deserve to get something for him.
Agree.
Unbelievable stuff. All right, let's waste no more time. Let's jump into our central breakdown. CP, take us there. Tell us how the Central broke down last year, and then let's get into this year.
First up, the Chicago Blackhawks. Last year they went 23, 53, and 6 for 52 points and finished 8th. This year they will finish. I'm not going to ask you guys already because I know you are. 3, 2, 1.
8th. Yep.
No-brainer.
And 8th, and good job. Like, you guys are doing everything right.
Yep.
Blackhawks summer. Absolute beauty, Michigan boy.
Yep.
Frankie Nazar signs a 3-year entry-level deal with the team. Sam Lafferty picked up from Vancouver along with Ilya Mikheyev from Vancouver. Pat Maroon signs a 1-year deal. Laurent Brossoit signs a 2-year deal. Alec Martinez, our boy, signs a 1-year deal. Toivo Teravainen signs a 3-year deal. Tyler Bertuzzi signs a 4-year deal. TJ Brody signs a 2-year deal. Craig Smith signs a 1-year deal. Artem Levshinov, drafted 2nd overall, signs his 3-year deal. Unfortunately, out 3 weeks with a foot injury right now. Or, 6 weeks with a foot injury, but okay. Blackhawks, massive retool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
They are in it. They are in it, basically.
I mean, guys, Lafferty, Mikheyev, Maroon, Brossoit, Martinez, Teravainen, Bertuzzi, Brody, Craig Smith. Although those are all guys in the like
Yep.
that is a full retool.
It's crazy, dude.
What the
I love it.
Blackhawks said they were going to do this season was surround Connor Bedard with a ton of good veterans, and boy, golly, did they do that.
they did.
Everyone on that
Everybody.
list is like what a great veteran.
I mean, I see it like it's going to be great for all those young guys in Bedard, but like a lot of those guys are going to be deadline deals.
Yeah.
They're all going to be additions for other teams.
You think so? I think I think
not all of them. I think Chicago is going to have to keep some of those guys,
yeah.
but like
Martinez, Brody, and Smith, I could see.
Yeah.
But I think Burt and
maybe
Teravainen-
even Patty Maroon too.
Yep,
Patty Maroon will
yep.
be a guy that a team like Boston, added him, right? Like
I think Burt and Teravainen are there.
they're there.
But yes, you're so right.
Yeah.
Those other guys,
Those are just guys that they signed. You signed to 1-year deals. Trust me, I did it.
Yeah.
You signed. You signed with a.
Don't buy, dude. Rent.
and you pull up to the Hilton and you go,
sign-
I'm not going to get an apartment. I think this
I
might
did
be.
it. I signed with Montreal, 1-year deal.
Yeah.
Deadline, traded to Philly, playoff run.
Yeah.
It's what most guys do towards the end of their
Yeah.
career, and I
Yep.
think that's what some of those guys are doing.
No doubt. Not much to add here for me. I like I said, I think they had a plan. I think they did it perfectly. I think it's going to be really exciting to watch Bedard play. And the one thing that I think is really great is for Chicago fans. We were actually talking to a Chicago fan this past weekend. When Bedard got hurt last year, this fan in particular was like, there was literally no point in going to Blackhawks games. Like, they were so bad last year, and when Bedard wasn't in the lineup, it was like, why on earth would you go? Now, you watch this team all day.
Yeah.
This is going to be a fun team. It's not going to be an easy team, not going to be a rollover team.
No.
So I think it's going to be an exciting year.
Yeah.
Really, really psyched to see Bedard play. I'm psyched to see Levshinov, too.
Yeah.
Great pick it too. Like, hopefully that foot heals up real quick and he's right in the starting lineup. But exciting times.
Yeah. What were you going to say?
I was going to say Luke Richardson, head coach.
Yeah.
Right. I think now with some more veteran guys, like I think it's going to help him too. And I think, never know. Maybe they don't finish 8th. Who knows?
Yeah.
And like, let's not forget. Like,
but I think having Luke Richardson, like I know how many years has he been there now? 2 or 3 years now.
I think yes.
3 years, I think maybe. So I think having those veteran guys is going to help.
Yeah.
It's going to help big time for Bedard and those
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, yeah.
Like, it's going to help a lot.
The-
So.
I also, we can't forget about like Halsey's going to be coming back from injury.
Oh, yeah,
Foligno,
yeah.
like they do
Yeah.
have. I mean, like Foligno is that's a.
Yeah.
Do you think Bedard's going to get the C slapped on his jersey this year?
I don't think he should, but he might because that's just the way it goes now.
Yeah.
Like they're like, here
I
you
don't
go.
think he will.
Yeah. The
It's almost like they brought in too many veterans now to make
Yeah.
this like
Yeah, right,
20,
fair.
19, 20-year-old kid the captain.
their team D is I think they're 8th for sure because their team D is too bad. Like, and I'm not signaling out their defensemen, just atrocious amount of shots allowed last year, goals allowed last year. I think that's going to largely be bad again. But I also think it's kind of funny that, and I know it's kind of just timing the way it broke with the Hawks roster, but Bedard is getting like LeBron James treatment in terms of they're like, you are the only thing that matters on this roster. Let's just begin building around you, which I haven't really seen even like a McDavid get, because they're like, okay, we have a roster, like you are the star, but whatever. It's been weird to just watch them be like, cut everyone, rebuild around this one seat.
Yeah.
I
I think it's a great point, CP. I do think 2 years ago when they got the first pick, and then frankly this past year when the Sharks got the first pick, those have been two of the worst teams I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Like when
bad, yeah, really.
when Edmonton's getting these first round picks, like they were still
Okay,
like
yeah.
the roster in Chicago last year was shocking.
It's insane.
No,
Like, it
both
was-
San Jose and Chicago, it's like you're flirting with American League rosters,
Yeah.
basically.
Legitimately.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've really seen that as
Like there were some American League teams last year that could have maybe beat both those teams in the NHL.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next up. The Arizona Coyotes, now known as the Utah Hockey Club. Last year, they went 36-41-5 for 77 points and finished 7th. Another tough one already, boys.
Yeah.
Tell me when you know.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
This year, they will finish 3, 2, 1.
5.
4th.
Wow.
And I think we're already fucked, dude, because
What'd you say?
I said 4.
Did you?
Yeah, and
I like 5.
Let's go, boys.
And I think we're fucked, dude, because now we're all drinking the Kool-Aid now, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it. I mean,
Fuck.
you look handsome today.
That's a
Dude,
sick shirt, dude.
They're
Nice.
when we were at the rookie showdown,
Clean.
their uniforms are gas.
Yeah, this is nice.
They're so sick. Okay, the Utah Hockey Club additions. Ian Cole signs a 1-year deal. Kevin Stenlund signs a 2-year deal. Mikhail Sergachev picked up from Tampa. John Marino picked up from New Jersey. Kyler Yamamoto getting a PTO. And they also just drafted Tija Iginla and Cole Baudouin in the first round. Also, let's talk about young studs on the team.
Yeah, dude. This
Sean
is it.
Dursey was the first to extend a long-term extension
Yep.
as the new team was born. You've got Clayton Keller. You've got Schmaltz.
Stud.
You've got Krause. You've got Logan Cooley.
Stud.
Team's exciting.
And dude, it felt like they were really like kind of
Dylan Gunther too.
yeah, they're young and exciting offensively. And my concern was defense. And then talk about handling your business in the
Yeah,
summer.
monster pickers.
Like they were like, let's go get a massive defensive identity. And now I'm like, okay, because I guess maybe goal to I don't know. I like Connor Ingram. Do you guys what is it's
I think Connor Ingram is great.
I
me
think
too.
he's good.
Me
And-
too.
and-
Very good.
And now all of a sudden you have a very good defense in front of you and things change drastically.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like, with that identity on D, that young, exciting talent.
That's what I mean. They're going to be competitive. Like
Yeah,
that
like,
that
they
is
can
not going to
make a
be.
jump, dude.
I'm like looking at their roster again, and I'm like, yeah, like these is not going to be an easy 2 points for any of
100%.
those teams. And I think we know where we're going to slot.
Dude.
Probably 4 teams in this division, right?
Yep.
Clayton Keller, Barrett Hayton, Nick
Yeah.
Schmaltz, line 1. Lawson Krause, Logan Cooley, Dylan Gunther, line 2. Matthias Michelli,
Stud.
Weapon.
Stud.
Yeah.
Weapon, Nick Bukestad, Josh Doan, line
Yeah.
3. Like they're young.
Yep.
They're young. But like they got Kerfoot on the 4th line with Stenlund and McBain. And then, yeah, you got Sergachev and Dursey, Valimaki and Marino, and then Ian Cole and Kesselring.
Crowd gonna be going crazy, dude, at the fucking new rink. Everybody's fired up to have the squad. I think there's a little bit of altitude there too, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a little
So,
bit
you mean-
advantage.
you know what I mean?
That's like,
Home
that's gonna be
games.
like playing in Colorado and Calgary.
Absolutely.
Home
Same
games,
thing.
you're killing.
Absolutely.
I didn't think about that. Ooh, nice.
Listen.
Good point. Good point.
It's I just think that this team and remember last year we had Flyers kind of got off to a hot start, and people were like, "What the fuck?"
Yep.
But also remember the Ducks and the Yotes last year were like really solid through 15, 20 games.
Oh, yeah.
People were like, "What the fuck's going on?"
Yeah.
I think we're going to see that again with this team, but in a very real, significant way, because the defense is so much better. It's going to make Ingram better. So many of these young studs are going to be a little healthier, a little stronger, a little older, a little more mature. It's just, I mean, hell yeah, man. Like, you got Michelli and Josh Doan on your third line. That's
really, really good.
That's chills.
I got to watch that Josh Doan in the American League. Man, this kid plays the right way. I mean, he's the reason why he is a Doan, right?
Yep.
Like,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
plays the
right.
way.
Cheers.
And then you have a Ginless kid coming in there, like where Utah's going now. It's like
Some nice role models, dude.
I should have wore a fucking shirt today. I'm excited,
Dude,
I'm telling you, man, like, I think that there is a very real world where, first of all, like, I think the Delta Center is going to be fun.
yeah, it is.
But I think when their new stadium and their new facilities are built, they've already got this very exciting. Like, I mean,
this owner, is that what you're gonna talk about?
yeah.
Oh,
I mean, that they are the real deal. But I'm looking at Keller, Schmaltz, Krause, Cooley, Gunther, Michelli, Doan, Iginla. I'm like, they might Vegas themselves, dude. Like, this might be a next summer. Some significant UFAs are like, I'm going there.
Yep.
Brand new facilities, brand new arena. Like, if you think Smith isn't going to build the fucking dopest
Thickest bar.
like center.
Yeah.
I think this place is called like Paradise Valley or something. It has like a ridiculous name where in Utah they're building it, and like you're just saying to these guys like, hey, like I think Salt Lake City is it's the #1 fastest growing young city in the United States.
I would not have known that.
It's like, I'm just saying.
I know you have like Park City nearby.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
A ton of those.
Like,
And
great
dude,
skiing.
Salt Lake City is sick. All the ski mountains.
I went and played there during the short lockout season. I played for the Alaska Aces in the ECHL, and they had a team still in Utah. And we went there, and I was like, "This place is fucking nice. It's beautiful.
They got the nice uniforms.
Beautiful there.
Like, they're doing everything right.
Yeah, they are.
Clearly, we all love them, but to argue against us, the only thing I think that could go wrong is if they're Buffalo of last year, when everybody was like, Buffalo is going to be so good. Like, they're the sneaky playoff pick. Like, the whole hockey world was on Buffalo, like, getting in.
Yeah.
And then they just...
But Buffalo's Buffalo, dude.
Yep.
Like, this is different. And I also think, I mean, like, look at what Vegas did in their first year. Look at what Seattle did in their first year. I just think it's, obviously, it wasn't an expansion. I know that. But, like, they made some good moves, and they already have very good youth. And I just think the excitement of being a new team, new sweaters, new city, where what we saw in like week 1, 20,000 people signed up for season tickets at a temporary arena.
Yeah.
These guys are going to go from mullet to playing in the Delta Center with a packed, like, very excited group of fans who are desperate for hockey. Like, I don't know. I just think it's going to be chills.
I do think they're going to miss the playoffs, though.
Yeah.
Okay. They probably will.
That's as excited as we are about them.
Yeah.
They probably will.
I do think they're going to miss the playoffs.
fuck.
Do I think they're going to compete for a spot? Yes.
Yep.
I like that.
They're going to be competitive, but I don't think they're going to.
Listen, I know I'm being ridiculous with the 4 pick.
No, dude.
I mean,
but I
it's
want.
fine.
I have it too, and I'm
we
actually...
We can't.
Yeah.
I want.
All agree.
My central thing is unhinged now that I'm looking at it, but...
I love it.
I'm for this.
The Empty Netters podcast is brought to you by our partners at BetMGM. Without a doubt, the best sports betting platform in the game. Guys, I won't lie to you. I wasn't the big sports gambling guy in the crew. I never really got into it. Then, heard about BetMGM, got on the app, got involved, and I won't lie, I love it. It's electric. They've got everything you could ask for. Every sport, every prop, every cool parlay you could think to cook up, BetMGM has you covered. And when you sign up for BetMGM right now with promo code NETTERS, they have the best deal I've ever heard. You can bet up to $1,500 right now on BetMGM. This is not a joke. Don't skip through this ad. Listen to what I'm saying to you right now. You can get on BetMGM, make any bets you want, any sport, anything, and you can bet up to $1,500. And if you lose it, you get it all back. That is insane. Make sure you get on BetMGM right now and get in on this action. We've got hockey season right around the corner. You know, CP, myself, Tomer, we're going to be throwing all of these prop bets at you, all this action. It's going to be so much fun. You're going to watch us cry. You're going to watch us sing to the heavens with joy, because that's what it is. It's a roller coaster, and it's the most fun ever. So make sure you get on board right now. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 in New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 in Massachusetts. 21 plus only. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP in Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF in Iowa. 1-800-981-0023 in Puerto Rico. First bet offer for new customers only, subject to eligibility requirements. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. See BetMGM.com for terms. U.S. promotional offers not available in New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico.
Taking possibly the most important break from the podcast ever to tell you about a life-changing product that we are partnered with now. Funk Away. If you are an athlete and your hockey bag reeks, this is the stuff for you. Dan, it's changed everything.
Listen, this isn't even an ad read. Like, this is truly one of those times where I'm like, I'm telling you about this product because it is life-changing. I am the biggest neat freak you've ever met. I also have a superhuman nose.
He does.
This is true.
It's crazy.
I have a dog nose. I can smell everything. It's actually remarkable.
All right.
And I'll tell you what, I refuse to smell bad. Neither of you have ever smelled me smelling.
It's true.
It's true. And when it comes to hockey equipment, any other workout stuff, I'm like, I just can't have it stinking up. I won't be the guy in the locker room that opens his bag and just a waft of green smoke odor comes out. And Funk Away takes care of that. And it's just a true game changer because, yeah, it doesn't mask odor, it eliminates it. That's such a huge thing. There are some other companies that we can all think of. One begins with an F. And it just doesn't, it smells good the second you spray it, but then it just smells like garbage lavender.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this actually gets rid of the bad smell and makes it smell fresh as daisies. It's unbelievable.
I'll take it one step further. I don't have a hockey bag anymore.
Which is a travesty.
I mean, I do, but I don't really get into it very much now. Now a jiu-jitsu bag. Like, let's talk about sweat and stink.
Maybe even worse than a hockey bag.
10 times worse.
No way, really?
Unbelievably bad.
Wow.
So bad. Funk Way, like you said, eliminates it. I couldn't believe it, actually. It was crazy.
Everything.
Like jiu-jitsu, it's like you have this gi and belt and all this stuff that goes in there and it stays in there for a bit and it's just, you're sweating. It's just like, it's disgusting.
You're also in that confined gym.
Oh, it's just like,
you're stinking.
It's DP's worst nightmare.
Yep.
It's just literally, I can't go in there.
It's DP's worst nightmare.
I would die.
But with this, gone. I couldn't believe it.
Unbelievable. So, boys, if you've got an issue like we do, if you've lost friendships because of your hockey bag like I have, putting it in someone's trunk and they have to detail their car, this is the stuff for you. Go to funkaway.com. Check out all the products they have. We love the sports spray, but they got everything for you.
The pet spray.
Insane.
Huge. You got dogs, you got cats, you've got shedding dogs. They got their fur all over on the couch and stuff like that. Listen, we all know that we love some of those dog smells. You smell their paws. It smells like cornflakes.
I have a yellow lab named Eddie.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable for that.
Yep.
Yeah. You just spray it down on the furniture. Brand new.
And if you're ready to buy, hop over to Amazon and check out all the Funk Away products there. Next up, the Minnesota Wild. Last year, they went 39, 34, and 9 for 87 points and finished 6th.
Hold on. They finished 6th?
Yep.
I know I'm seeing that right now. This one was hard for me.
Yeah. Okay. Me too.
I'm ready.
My Central is crazy, dude. You ready? This year, they will finish 3, 2.
Wait. Sorry.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm sorry.
You changed your mind.
That was a huge panic.
Yeah, you panicked. Yeah, you did what I did.
Okay, I'm ready.
This year, they will finish 3, 2, 1.
7.
7? Fuck, I had them 7.
Me too. That's what I just changed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got them at 5th. You do the summer shit first.
Yes, okay. The Wild this summer, they extended Marc-Andre Fleury 1 year, snagged Jacob Lauko from Boston, and extended Brock Faber 8 years. Not much doing. And the problem is they are still in cap hell. The Parise and Suter buyouts are just crippling.
And this is the last year, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so that's why
yes, it is.
I had them at 7 is because until they're out of that,
and
they're stuck.
I'll tell you what. Hey, Red, do me a favor. Can you look up on Puckpedia, little plug for the boys, their cap situation and tell me how many years Kirill Kaprizov has left? Because I think he might be UFA next summer.
What about Zuccarello?
5.
Sorry?
He's in year 4 of 5.
Okay, so that's huge for them.
I feel like Zuccarello's close too, isn't he?
Yeah, good question.
Yeah.
Or am I way off?
No. That might be right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it is very good for Minnesota that Krill is not UFA this summer. Because that is a guy, I think I tweeted last week, when is the next time we will see a legitimate star in the NHL actually hit UFA? Because as much as we love the loyalty, it does take a little bit of fun out of, we never really see like a stud as a UFA anymore.
No.
And Krill might be the one.
He might be the one.
He might be the one.
Yeah,
so,
you're right.
Like, he is a guy.
No, that's a good take.
You know,
like
who
that.
I don't see as being like, oh no, I'm staying in Minnesota forever, unless they're fighting for cups. All right, CP, take us away on the Wild.
The only reason, because everything you said is right, Krill is a shining star, and they will go as he goes for the most part. But Boldy,
I was going to say Boldy.
sick. Faber, Marco Rossi, sick. And honestly, they need Marco to be great at center, because they kind of have a center hole. Like, similar to the Bees, where I'm like, who's their like
Eriksson Ek slept on.
Yeah,
Eriksson
good
Ek was
one.
one of
Yeah.
my most underrated guys in the league. Like,
Yeah.
he's playing Selke level
Yeah.
hockey, 200-foot game.
So they got some vets. They got some young guys. Do I think they are going to make the playoffs? No, I don't. Do I think that they are horrible? No, I don't. They missed a little bit of goalie play last year. I think that's what, because 2 years ago they were in the playoffs, and everyone was like, Gus is sick and Flowers legit.
Gus needs to step up.
If that comes back, I think they can be more middle of the pack than they were. And I am such a sap, but with Flower announcing this is my last year, I do think the boys get a little tiny half step extra jump of like, they're playing, like they want to get him back in.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't think they're
I like
going to,
that.
but like,
I like
just
that.
love the idea of, they're like, come on, boys.
Yeah.
Flowers last season legend, second most goalie wins ever. He's not going to get it. He's like 40 away from being the only other guy to get 600. But you know, like, I like that to get them into 5, which might be, they could finish fucking 8th, and I'd be like, yeah, well.
It's just,
but I like that to get them to 5.
It's hard for me to see them. I mean, I think we know like that there's 4 teams in this division that they're just not better than. You know,
That's a fact.
Maybe more than that.
Yep.
Right. So it's, and like you said, like that cap issue is
brutal,
lurking. For
Yep.
them.
Dude, they we just said those names, those 3 young guys, and they got some stars, but they're in a bit of like a what's happening right now.
Oh,
mode,
for sure.
Right. Where like even some of these other teams we have talked about or will talk about, someone like a Blue Jackets, where we don't feel are close.
Yeah.
Blackhawks, we just said, at least they're kind of like, I see the plan.
Yeah.
Minnesota, I am kind of like, what is the plan? Do we have a plan?
It's a little bit of it's a question mark. Like, where are they going with
No,
this?
it's true. I just, I think, we sleep on Krill, man. Kaprizov is insane.
No, he's sick.
And I think if Gus steps up, Zook's always going to be good. I think Rossi will step up. I think Boldy's going to have a healthy season.
Yep.
And he's so special. But yeah, I'd really like to see Zeev Boyum play this year. I see no reason why he can't leave Michigan State. And was it State?
Yeah, I think so.
I think Zeev Boyum, I think, is at Michigan State.
Or no.
Denver.
Denver. Sorry, I'm thinking Levchinov. That's my fault.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. Zeev Boyum's at Denver. I could see him leaving and coming in for a playoff push. But God, I think I switched from 7 to 6 just because, like, dude, Minnesota deserves good hockey. Like, it's driving me insane.
I know.
And unfortunately, it is. The Parise and Suter thing has just crippled them.
Yeah, it really has.
Utterly crippled them.
Yeah, Billy G's up against it. With
Oh my God.
It's been tough.
And it's going to break I don't think this will happen, but like, it breaks my heart that he's like, people are starting to ask questions about him, and I'm like, what can he do?
There's not. I mean, I think Billy Guerin's great GM.
Yes, yeah, and you have to let him get through this.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what happens.
He's up against it with that.
Next up, the St. Louis Blues. Last year, they went 43, 33, and 6 for 92 points and finished 5th.
I'm ready. You ready?
This year, they will finish 3, 2, 1,
7. But like it's them in the Wild. Like I just bumped them for that.
Yeah.
And wait, you had 6?
6, yeah.
So okay.
Yeah, the Blues quietly, little sneaky summer.
Yeah.
Picked up Alexander Texier from the Blue Jackets. They picked up P.O. Joseph from Pitt and also Matthew Joseph from Ottawa. So they got the brothers there.
I saw that.
Radek Faska picked up from Dallas. Ryan Suter signs a 1-year deal. Booch extends 6 years, and then obviously Philip Broberg and Dylan Holloway offer sheets both signed for 2 years. So they got some depth.
Mm-hmm.
They added.
Got some depth and really building around their cornerstones in Jordan Kyrou and Rob Thomas and Buchnevich. Obviously, I love that he signed 6 years. Like, what a great player for them. They remain. Obviously the awful news that looks like Krug is going to miss the whole season.
I was going to say that's a huge loss.
Dagger.
I know.
That's a dagger. Big
dagger. Will free up some LTIR space though for maybe a deadline move, maybe a midseason move. They continue to have a very old defense. That is that was kind of the thing we talked about last year where I was like, I feel like you need to move one of these guys. They didn't. They finished 5th, right? And now here we are.
And dude, not only do they have an old D, which wasn't playing at a super high level, they weren't getting super high level goaltending. And Binner can touch the sun, don't get me wrong, right? But just consistent basis, they weren't getting super high level goaltending. And look at their goal scoring, dude. It's bottom 3rd in the league in every category. And we keep saying this, but it's like, I know there's a lot of teams in the middle here that can flip-flop, but every year someone finishes 7th, right? And I was just like, I just don't know that the Blues score enough or stop enough goals for me to believe in the process, even with all the new toys. I'm just like, God.
Binnington has been he's a tough one for me.
He's a tough nut to crack, right?
You know, because I don't know, like, is he, like, sometimes he's like elite and then he starts doing his antic stuff. Yeah. It's like, you know what I mean? I don't know. That's a big question mark for me with this team, because I look at the other goalies in this division and I'm like, you're just not there.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not at that level.
It's tough because you're right. Like Binner has it in him clearly.
He does, for sure.
I mean, to win a cup, won a cup, but like he also has it in him to have one of those fuck you games where he just dominates.
But also look at their team when they won the cup too.
So different. So
way different.
Like impossibly different.
Look at their D core then.
You know what they gotta go back to? They gotta go back to the all baby blue setups.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are nice. Yeah.
But we talk about it all the time. I think Rob Thomas is one of the most slept on guys in the NHL. He's just consistently potting 80 points and no one talks about him.
Yeah.
I think Kyrou's special, but they are a bit starless for me.
Yeah, totally.
And again, I love.
How old is Shen now?
Probably 33.
33? Is he? Okay. So he's
look that up, Chris.
He's getting up there.
But like we said with their D, Nick Leddy, Colton Parayko, Justin Falk, Ryan Suter.
33.
Older guy. Wow, I
know born one day before you. Well, I mean, not different year, but nice. August 22nd.
Yeah, like the older guys. I love that Broberg pickup, but like, you know, you add Krug into that group, like it's an old D-core.
Yeah, it is.
And yeah, the D-core, Binner's, I don't even want to say inconsistency. It's more like his unpredictable nature. I can't.
It is. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah, I look at that team and I'm like, how could you have them in a top 4 spot?
I can't.
You know, like, and I think it might be the year where the chickens sort of come home to roost here in terms of like bigger changes need to happen. I will say, the Broberg and Holloway move was ballsy. And I think,
ballsy, but to me, I think that's a move where they're like, okay, we need to get some young guys, some good young players.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Because we know possibly this year we're going to be dealing guys.
Yeah.
And we're going in a different direction.
Yeah. Feels like a dealing.
Right.
But I mean, dude, I look, and again, we always got no moves, but like, I'm going to go back to the D again. I look at Parayko and Falk specifically. It would have been Krug before this sad injury stuff, but like Parayko and Falk, those are Stanley Cup winning guys if you can get them at a deadline. Like, Can you imagine getting Parayko at a deadline? Can you imagine getting Falk at a deadline? Like those are massive pickups.
Yeah.
And it might be the season where, you know, both the team and the players consider like, yeah, I'm gonna waive. Maybe
there's definitely a chance that can happen this year.
All right, now let's get into the shit, boys. I can't fucking wait for this. Next up is the Nashville Predators. Last year, they went 47, 30, and 5 for 99 points, finished fourth, and made the playoffs. Tell me when you're ready, dude.
Tomer's going to fucking say one right now.
No, I'm not. But okay, let's go.
Ready? Dan?
Yes.
This year, they will finish 3, 2, 1.
3.
First.
Wow, you guys went higher than I did.
First, dude. Tell me I'm fucking wrong, dude.
I believe.
First.
I think it's just going to be vibes in Nashville.
Like, I think I got you guys so fucking pumped up about
Yeah,
Nashville.
yeah.
You guys are more excited than I am now.
I think the amount of fuck you nature on that team, I think we're going to see the Vegas flu on Broadway. I think we're going to see a Broadway flu this year. I think Broadway is just going to be so ripping every Preds game.
Are we going to Broadway?
Dude, we have
We're
to.
going to
right?
live
Okay,
on Broadway.
okay.
And
have
we told
to.
you this. We are there all the time.
Okay, good. Because you got me excited again.
I
The
think,
Nashville-
yeah, you do your thing, Dan. Do
The
your thing.
Nashville Predators summer, in case people weren't paying attention. The big one, frankly, Saros extended 8 years.
Yep.
Askarov sent out. Saros is the guy. Mm-hmm. They got Scott Wedgwood signing a 2-year deal as the backup. Brady Shea signs a 7-year deal. Alex Carrier signs a 3-year deal. Jonathan Marchessault signs a 5-year deal. And then Tomer's boy, Steven Stamkos, signs a 4-year fucking deal with the Preds. Their lines are looking like Philip Forsberg, Ryan O'Reilly, Gus Nyquist, Steve Stamkos, Tommy Novak, and Jonathan Marchessault.
What, dude?
And Mark Jankowski, Colton Sissons, Luke Evangelista, Cole Smith, Michael McCarron, and Juuso Parssinen. On the back end, they got Brady Shea and Roman Josi. Ridiculous. Jeremy Lauzon and Alexander Carrier. And then Spencer Stastny and Luke Shen.
Dude, listen to me loud and clear.
Gritty team.
Listen
too.
to me loud and clear.
Nice. It's a nice team.
Already a top 10 offense gets diabolical, right? The D looks amazing. I actually think Wedgwood is a good backup, you know, like because you have Saros who's theoretically great, and I like Wedgwood as the backup there. Now, it has to work, right? It would have to work for this to happen, and I'm not saying it will work immediately. I think I accept some growing pains. Who's on the fucking offhand 1T on the power play? We got 8 guys that can do it now.
Yeah.
You know, there'll be growing
Stammer is
pains.
the answer.
Yeah,
I was
correct.
pretty sure who they
Yeah.
one time ran.
There'll be some growing pains. I'm not saying they're going to go wire to wire one, but this team is going to be lurking. And when we hit the quarter pole, like the gray as a Nantucket mist, they will close like a fucking freight train, dude. Like a freight train, and take the flag at the take the checkered flag, dude, at the pole. Finish the season in the first place in the Central.
First of all, bravo. That was wonderful.
Fuck, that was nice.
That was nice. I don't think there's going to be any growing pains.
I don't right away.
You think
Boom.
they're going to just cruise the whole season? You had him at 1?
I
had him
did.
at
He had him at 2.
2. You had him at 1.
I had him
Yeah.
at 1, like a freight train.
I personally think I just think Stammer, Marchessault, and Shea are too professional to be like
All
"Oh,
3 of them are.
I'm taking a second to ease in, and let's not forget, dude. Like Trotz is that boy. Like I think he showed up at this team and immediately, what did he do? Got rid of Joey and got rid of Dutchy because he was like, this is like you always say. He was like, I'm making this my team.
It's his team now.
And that fucking team making playoffs last year, that pushed it, and then frankly, almost winning that playoff series against Vancouver.
Brunette too. Brunette's done a
Brunette's a
and the boys,
great-
the boys love playing for that guy. You can tell.
dude.
And this is
You want to change, dude? You want?
No, I'm not going to change.
and I have said this more times than not. I genuinely think right now I can't think of a team that is a better destination for players. Like I think living in Nashville, having the fun of that city, having one of the best barns in the league, having a great culture with a great GM, a great coach, and now you are chock-a-block full
And-
of Stanley Cup
And it's
winning
tax free
players.
there too.
Yeah.
And it's tax.
FYI.
Don't forget that one.
FYI.
Wouldn't you know it? Some of the best golf in the country.
Oh, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I'm moving.
Like there is a vibe with this Predators team, and like it really is like Trot. You go from one of the great GMs to another great, and now first time great GM. I think that there is a vibe with the Nashville Predators right
Yep.
now, and I don't think it's gonna take them time at all. I really don't.
I mean, I don't think you guys are wrong. The only reason I have them at 3, and this is crazy, I have them at 3 and they're a cup contender.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, which I understand.
Right?
I know exactly
you know
what you mean.
Like
I know
they're
exactly what you
3,
mean.
but they're a cup contender.
Yeah.
And the only reason I have them at 3 is because I think that this division is going to be so competitive with those top 4 teams. I think there is going to be a little bit of a feeling out process.
Mm-hmm.
Those new guys coming in, I think there always is. But I think once they click and it comes together, like fucking watch out.
Yeah.
Like even if they finish 3rd, which I haven't because of other teams, that doesn't mean that they're not going to go for
you want
a
nothing
deep
to do with
playoff
them.
run.
You know what really pumps me up?
That is not a team you want to play in the first round.
What really pumps me up is you got the OG leaders on that team of Yost and Forsberg. Like, the guys who've been there for a while, they're both captains of that team. And then you add in, obviously not just this year, but like you add in O'Reilly, Stammer, and Marchessault. All Stanley Cup winners. All like veterans who can still really play.
Fucking alphas.
Alphas.
2 of whom are pissed, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Can you believe that locker room?
One
guys?
especially.
Yeah, one especially.
You know how high I am on Evangelista and Novak. Like I think
Luke.
Novak
dude,
playing
Christ.
with Tommy Novak playing with Steve Stamkos and Jonathan Marchessault. Dude, 80 points.
Yep.
Like that kid might have a monster.
Dude, just curl down low and just put up the wall, dude. And then there's an assist, secondary.
And
dude.
you just think about the playoff
just look for
performers
number
on this
91.
team. I think we're going to see a massive year in Saros. And dude, this team, I look at this team coming into the deadline. I think they're going to get 1 or 2 defensemen who are going to slot into like Shea and Yossi, amazing. Lauzon Carrier, amazing. But if you can pop like a Parayko, or if you can pop a Rasmus Anderson, we talked about Calgary, you pop a Rasmus Anderson
Starting to make me tingle
on this team,
now.
like pop,
starting to tingle.
Pop a solid gritty dude
in
like
special
Lauzon.
places when you say something like that.
Yeah. You pop a gritty guy like Jeremy
get the peas
Lauzon.
out. Get the peas back.
the peas
He's
back.
incredible.
Let me finish this thought. Pop a gritty guy like Jeremy Lauzon to your 3rd pair and put a guy like Rasmus Anderson or a guy like Parayko on your 2nd pair playing with Carrier. Like, dude, like we're buzzing now. Like I think that keep eyes on the Preds for significant deadline defenseman ads. And like that is a dangerous cup team. Dangerous.
100%. I mean, I think you said Barry Trotz signing those guys. You think he told them, hey, it's going to be a couple years before we, No. He signed those guys thinking, like, boys, we're trying to win a cup.
We're going to win a cup. We're going to bring a cup to Broadway.
Like, this is my team now. We're going to win. I'm going to win a cup as a coach, and now I'm going to win a cup as a GM.
Yep. How about that?
Yeah.
After hearing Osh talk about how fucking sick he was too.
Yeah, he fucking
like,
loves them, huh?
Yep.
Loved them.
Exciting times. Dude. We're going to see many games. Okay. God, my Central is nuts.
Oh, hello there. Sorry, I was distracted by this glorious looking bottle of Fireball cinnamon whiskey. Listen, it's football season. Everyone's dialed every Sunday, Monday, Thursday night, and we've got hockey season right around the corner. And when it comes to tailgating, when it comes to getting ready for the game, whether you're sitting out in the parking lot at an actual tailgate, whether you're at the bar or maybe just at home, and you need to ignite that rivalry. You need to get fired up, literally. Fireball is the best way to do it. You want a really delicious tasting shot, a nice little nip, just toss it back, start feeling good, getting jacked up and revved up for the game. Nothing does it better than Fireball. And it's getting colder. We've got football season. You're going to be outside wearing your jackets. We've got hockey season coming out. You're going to be in the arena. The ice is there. Everything's cool. You need to heat things up. You need to ignite that fire within yourself. And Fireball does that like no other. So we're drinking Fireball while we're watching the game, while we're out getting prepped. We're also drinking Fireball on the golf course. Me, CP, Tomer were at a golf tournament a few weeks ago. I drank more Fireball than I could ever remember, and it was amazing. My golf game was dialed because of it, because I was feeling loose while also feeling warm. So make sure you get some Fireball going in your life, whether you're playing golf, whether you're watching the game, whether it's football, whether it's hockey. Fireball is going to take care of you and keep you fired up all day long like no other.
Next up, the Colorado Avalanche. Last year, they went 50, 25, and 7 for 107 points, finished 3rd, and made the playoffs. This year, tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay. This year, they will finish 3, 2, 1.
4.
Would you say 3?
3. I don't think it's crazy, dude. I don't think it's crazy at all. Listen, man.
This is hard. This was so hard for me.
This one's hard.
I don't think it's crazy at all.
I had them at 1 at one point.
Colorado Avalanche this summer. Calvin DeHaan signs a 1-year deal. Jonathan Drouin signs a 1-year deal. Eric Brandstrom signs a 2-year deal. Oliver Killington signs a 1-year deal. And the rest is all about Landy and Nichushkin. Do those guys play for the Colorado Avalanche this season, and how much do they play?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think that's what my biggest struggle was with them is I think we've seen it. After those 5 guys, we've talked about it.
Yes.
Is what else? The 5 guys they put on the ice.
Tomer.
And we know who it is, right? It's Makar.
Their breakdown.
Right?
Jonathan Drouin, Nathan McKinnon, Mikko Rantanen, Miles Wood, Casey Middlestat, Nikolai Kovalenko, Joel Kiviranta, Ross Colton, Logan O'Connor, who is battling an injury right now, Parker Kelly, Chris Wagner, and Jason Poland. D is Devon Taves and Cal Makar, maybe the best D pair in the league.
Moronic.
Sammy Girard, Josh Manson, Eric Brandstrom, Oliver Killington. Their depth is so far from what it was when they won a cup.
Big time.
Now, when you look at those lines and you think about adding Nichushkin and Landy,
It changes everything.
it changes everything.
Everything.
Because you now get to say one of Middlestat or 2 of Middlestat, Wood, and Kovalenko are now on your third line.
Yeah.
Like, it's very different. Very, very, very different. Again, is Landy ever going to play again?
I hope so.
All signs
so.
point to he's coming back this year, but to what extent?
Yep,
Right? Like, it's
fair.
You have those questions of when Tuukka Rask made that final push, he had the surgery, came back to Boston, he played 2 games, and he was like, nope, I'm done. When Patrick Kane last year had a major surgery, people were so worried about that hip, he came back to Detroit, and he's a fucking weapon.
Yep.
It's probably going to be one of the 2, guys. It's going to be either Landy shows up and he goes, that was fucking brutal. Literally 2 years of surgeries, but here I am.
But I'm back, yeah.
Or he's going to go, there's literally no cartilage in my knee. I can't play anymore.
I mean, I hope it's
Hope
the
to
first
God.
part. I hope
Hope
it's the
to
first
God it's
part
more.
because I honestly think that this team is that much better just if Landy's playing.
Agree.
They're just better. Like you can tell that their bench is better, their locker room is better than when he's in the lineup.
Yep.
When he's not, there's something missing, right?
Yep.
And then now you take and Nichushkin, I hope he figures it out. I hope he's okay, and he gets help and everything's all right. But like, that's a big question mark. That guy's a fucking horse.
Dude,
and you don't have
so good.
That might be one of the biggest ones for them. Like when he's out, it's like they're not the same either.
100%, dude.
So I don't know. I think that's why I had him at 4, just because of those question marks. And I think that the other top ones, I think, are just a little bit better than that.
Dude, so I think Landy, we were talking to people that felt like they knew.
goaltending too.
Yeah.
Get into that either.
I know. We were talking to people that felt like they knew, and it seems like Landy might never come back. But recently, it's kind of been like he is going to come back. Like, in fact, if he doesn't play again, I would be, I was about to say shocked, certainly surprised at this point. I'm not saying plays well. Maybe what Dan said happens. But if he doesn't play for the Avs again, I will be damn near shocked at this point with all the reports we're hearing. Nichushkin, I believe, is eligible to return in November, as early as November.
That's correct.
Yeah. So, like, if he's okay, which
It was 6 months, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if he's good, and of course I hope he is, it's not like they're like doing half the season without him after the All-Star break. It's like he'll miss 2 weeks, you know? And he feels as though, not that this is, it's not like a willpower thing, but what I'm trying to say is it feels as though it's kind of got to be like, let's get it together now. Like if there's another hiccup, I think we're kind of like in trouble about his future.
I think this is his last chance.
That's what I'm saying.
This is his last
I'm
chance.
like,
For sure. This is his last chance.
We're in like, this is last chance mode, right?
Like I think genuinely it's, if this season it doesn't get figured out, he might go the way of Kuznetsov and just like go to the KHL.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that doesn't happen for his case, but I mean, this is for sure his last chance.
And then you've got good goaltending. You've got Nathan McKinnon. You've got Cale Makar. And then you've got this kid, dude, Nikolai Kovalenko. 24-year-old 6th round pick from 2018, rookie, been a point per game player in the KHL the last 2 years, comes over with a little Russian gas. And the boys, dude, you add that to the top 6 wing, and I'm like, holy shit, dude, I was doubting the Avs. I don't know, dude.
What'd you have him at again?
I had him at 2. I had him as high as 1.
I mean, that's not...
Yep.
That's not crazy either. It's the
It's
Avs,
not.
right?
We've avoided one very significant topic. Like, how do you guys feel about Georgiev?
Oh, well, we think he's pretty good.
That's my question. I think
Yeah.
it's a question mark.
It's like
Look what happened in the playoffs.
I know.
there was a significant stretch at the end of last season and into playoffs where they were like, I don't know if Georgiev can start. That is not good.
Yep.
So,
They won a cup with Kemper, though, who wasn't playing that
but
good.
dude, we talk about it. If you go back and you look at that playoff run and look at his numbers,
Kemper played well in
He
that.
sure
Yeah, yeah.
was that good.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, he performed.
He
But I think
made,
Georgiev
he
could
made the
play
saves
well.
he had to.
Exactly.
Georgiev's
So,
weird. He has like sneaky, decent, big, long-term numbers. Like if you stretch out his season, you're like, oh, he had the 8th best goals against or whatever.
he was amazing when he was second fiddle to Shesterkin, too. Like,
yeah,
he's-
but it's
he's-
just like there are cold stretches and that'll cost
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Again, if Landy comes back at even 80% and Nishushkin comes back, everything changes.
And Nikolai's good. You know,
we didn't
like,
even talk about 29.
that's what I'm saying, dude. Like
We haven't even talked about him.
who's in
And-
his-
and
we haven't even
Rantanen.
talked about the MVP.
We also haven't talked about the massive stall in Rantanen's extension.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was supposed to little inside gossip, alleged. But there was a lot of reports that was supposed to drop a couple weeks ago. And then what happened? Leon Draisaitl signed for $14 million a year.
Yep.
And I think Rantanen might have gone, oh,
Whoa.
I'm going to wait a second.
I can get some more money, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to wait a
So-
little bit.
Okay.
Interesting.
This is where I've really fucked up.
Okay, hold on.
Winnipeg Jets. Last year they went 52, 24, and 6 for 110 points, finished second, and made the playoffs. You ready?
Yes.
Ready? This year they will finish 3, 2, 1.
One.
Sixth.
Wait. You think the Jets are finishing one?
Yep. Yeah. And I have them sixth.
Holy
What did you say?
shit, dude. I said 5.
Oh, 5. Wow. Wait, who's your 4? Unless you haven't said it yet.
Utah.
Oh, Utah 4. Dude, do your summer stuff, and then I cannot wait to hear what you say about this.
Okay. The Winnipeg Jets this summer. Colin Miller extends 2 years. Nate Schmidt was bought out. Hold on. My thing just jumped on me. Toff gone. Sean Monahan gone. Braden Yeager picked up in the Rutger McGroarty trade, which is brutal. And that is it, folks. They've also got Perfetti, who's an RFA, who's not close, according to reports.
And they have the defending Vezina winning goaltender.
Yes. Who laid an egg in the playoffs.
Yeah, well, no, I can't defend it. You're right.
And I'm not saying
Yep. Nope, you're right.
I'm not saying that says anything about his upcoming season or playoffs. It's just that happened last playoffs.
Yep. Mr. One, dude, take it away.
Boys, I just think that with the additions that they had previous year, he didn't stay healthy, obviously.
Yep.
With Gabe Velarde, I follow.
Yep.
I like their lineup.
Me too, dude.
I like their lineup. I like what
I
they
love
have.
Scheifele.
Scheifele.
I think he's fucking
Lowry.
he's
I'm
slept on.
I'm going through the roster
Yep.
right now, and like
Put up the lines.
they added Jared Anderson Dolan too, right?
Yep.
Right. I mean, I like the guys that they have though, like Kyle Connor. Like this guy
Dude,
is
Kyle Connor's my
automatic
my
every
God.
year.
He's gonna
Kyle Connor's
he's gonna
so
score
good.
50.
Ehlers.
Yep. I mean, dude, Connor, Scheifele, Velarde is fucking firepower on that first line.
Ehlers is great, but you know,
My prediction is crazy. I know it's crazy, but I just think with you have Connor Hellebuck,
J-Mo in the back.
J-Mo on the back end, you have their top six
guys,
still
we're-
really
but
elite.
we're not. I'm sorry, Josh Morrissey, Dylan DeMello, Dylan Sandberg,
That
Neil
kid's-
Pionk, Colin Miller, Logan Stanley. I do not like that defense.
Committee.
Committee, dude.
Yeah,
Team. It's a
committee.
team. It's a team. It's team
It's a
effort.
team.
Team effort. System. Dude, here's the thing.
There's just
The
so
Jets-
It's crazy. I don't know what it is.
No,
I
but
just
but
feel like
no,
they're
I
gonna-
get it.
they're
Here's-
just-
I
here's
love
the
this
best-
team. There's so many injuries on this team, dude.
Here's the best argument for Tomer though. When did they have Monahan all year? Or did they get was that deadline ad from
I thought that was a deadline.
I thought
ad.
it was too, but
From
maybe Montreal. Right?
Montreal.
Yeah, I
right?
thought it was a deadline ad.
Yeah.
So Toff goes out, he goes in. They were like they swapped.
That might be right. I don't. Fuck. We're such.
Because I'm trying to figure out if they lost like two of them together, if they lost one, got another, and then they've lost one. Either way, here's my point that defends you, Tomer, and I have them 6th, keep in mind. This team last year, I was like, they have no business being ahead of Colorado. Being the Colorado Dallas Jets were going like this all year.
Deadline.
And I'm like, I'm looking at the Jets being like, what are you doing? And I love guys on the Jets. I love J-Mo. I love Kyle Connor. I love Scheifele. But I'm like, you are not as good as these teams. AI, dude. Stud on the back there. So I'm like, the Hellebuck was playing so well that they finished second, dude. They finished ahead of the Avs. And I look at this year, and we always talk about when we're doing these previews where I'm like, somebody devils themselves. Just the way it goes, right? Like somebody, you're like, what? And so that's why I was like, oh, when I was doing the Preds really high, I was like, maybe it's the Jets. Maybe it's the Jets this year where I'm like, Colorado, Dallas, Nashville are better than you, and you just catch a bad break here and there, and like, and Utah's good. And I'm like, oh, they finished 6th. It's crazy. I can't believe it happened. But this is the exact team from last year, basically, that battled. So, you know, I can see one's a lot, but I can see 2 again. You know,
this is kind of like my wild pick. But
Yeah.
I just feel like
I don't hate it at all.
I don't know what it is about the Jets. First thing, it's fucking hard to go in there and win.
Yeah, good point.
It's brutal. Like as a road team, as playing there, unbelievable.
Boys told us sneaky road party city too at
One
the
of the
golf
best.
tournament. So, you know,
I think it's one of the best.
a little bit of Winnipeg flu.
Yeah, for sure. Winnipeg flu.
Yeah.
One of the best. Sneaky. Jason Demers said that.
Yeah, he did.
Yes.
Eddie Lack. Eddie was like, dude, Winnipeg.
Winnipeg for sure.
Here's the deal. If Velarde, if Ehlers, if AI, frankly, last year, if Morrissey, if guys can stay healthy,
Yeah.
who have notoriously not been healthy. I'm looking right at Gabe
And then a
Villard.
couple of those other guys like Sandberg.
Yep.
That kid's got some ability.
Sandberg,
Pionk.
Nemesnikov, and Perfetti. First
Yes.
of all, you got to sign Perfetti.
Yes.
But Nemesnikov, Perfetti
They'll get Perfetti done.
Yeah, I agree. They are a huge time. Not time is now because that makes it sound like a clock is ticking. They're a huge would be great if you guys popped off.
Yeah.
Frankly, you know what? Let's be real. Velarde too. Velarde clearly has it in it.
Oh, dude. I think
yeah.
If you can get 80 games from Velarde, he's been on pace before to have 80 points.
Oh yeah, he could be a point per game guy.
So it's fuck me, how special would it be for that team if Velarde, for the first time in his life, frankly, is like, I'm not hurt.
Yep.
Because Ehlers was hurt last year.
Ehlers is hurt all the time.
Kyle got hurt
So that's a
for
big
so
one
long.
for me. Is I think if you have those guys and they're all healthy,
Could be special.
that team could be really, really good.
Yeah.
But the obvious thing is they have
Hellebuck.
Connor fucking Hellebuck.
Dude,
man.
right.
That guy's
And
fucking stud.
when it was shaking out for me and the slot open was 6, I was like, there's literally no way a Connor Hellebuck goaltended team can finish 6. Like, he's too good.
Yeah.
Him alone, barring disaster, will keep you competitive.
It's crazy, I know, but we'll see.
Yep.
Again, it's spicy. I don't think it's crazy.
It's spicy.
And
I really don't think it's crazy. I just picked them 5th. But if I'm telling you right now, if the Winnipeg Jets were to finish 1st in the Central, I would not be like, what? I'd be like, holy shit.
they finished 2nd last year.
Yeah,
what
it's
the fuck?
very, very clear that could happen.
And dude, how it
You
would
guys
be
had both. You had him 6th.
I had 5.
5th, 6th.
So they're not making the playoffs.
I guess they could get in.
Could
with
get
him.
in, not make
No,
the
I had him
playoffs.
out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Could
Okay.
get in, but
Yep.
I wouldn't.
And how sick would it be? I love the Winnipeg fans,
And also,
I think they're
don't forget. Sorry, don't
just
mean to interrupt.
yeah. Just I would. No one would be happier than me for the Winnipeg fans if they do finish it because
Agree.
they deserve a fucking playoff.
Don't
run.
forget, I have them 5th behind Utah, who I am openly being like,
Yeah.
We'll see.
that's a hard pick.
No, I like it. I
Utah
like
with my
Something
heart.
crazy happens
I
every
like
year.
that we have different picks.
But
Something's crazy happens
let's
every
be
year.
honest. If we're looking at both those teams on paper,
yeah.
to the Jets.
Winnipeg's stronger.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure they are.
But there is a chance that a bunch of these young studs in Utah go buku bucks.
Yeah.
Because they got a new thing going.
Okay, last up, the Dallas Stars. Last year they went 52, 21, and 9 for 113 points, finished 1st, and made the playoffs. This year, they will finish 3, 2, 1.
2.
3rd. 1, 2, 3. Sick.
Wait, you said what?
2.
2.
Okay. Dallas Stars this summer. Ilya Lyubushkin signs a 3-year deal. Matt Dumba signs a 2-year deal. Matt Duchene comes back for 1 year. Brendan Smith signs a 1-year deal. Jordy Ben and Pav retired. And Maverick Bork and Logan Stankoven enter the roster.
Yep. Dude, I love the Stars. I picked them to, I think I had them preseason to win the Cup.
I had them in the finals for sure last year.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And I love Otter so much. Dude, I have said ad nauseum on this podcast, there is almost nothing to dislike about the Stars roster composition, how they've built this team, where they're headed. Like, they are firmly in their Stanley Cup window with the fucking thing propped open with a steel bar.
Not just this year, but like for
that's what I'm saying. Like,
years
they
to
are
come.
fucking
Yeah.
fine. They are laughing, and they are going to be right in the mix. I might pick them to win the Cup again. I don't know yet, but this 3 pick by me is not a commentary on, I think the Stars are slipping a little bit. At all.
No, it was like mine with Nashville.
Yeah, like they are fucking.
Yeah,
great call. They are a 3 that could be a favorite
100%.
to win. You don't want anything to do with them in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I picked 3 because I'm loving the Nashville vibe and like everything I just said about the Avs. I think they're going to be right there. You said earlier, maybe I don't even know if we were recording yet, that it was it's like a 4. It's like this is a clear 4-4 division, especially because you have the Jets so high. I don't have the Jets quite there, but I think this is a top heavy division. Even as much fun as we're having with Utah and shit, I'm like, these teams at the top are like, I mean, remember the playoffs last year? That route sucked, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You had to fucking, it was the Avs, right? Because Dallas got 1, so it was like, you got to go Jets first, then Stars. I was like, the fuck is going on? So it's like that was gnarly, and it's going to be gnarly again in the Central. That first 2 rounds of the playoffs is going to be brutal. I think they got they got about as much as you could get from Sagan and Ben last year, and maybe that comes back a little bit. Maybe you miss Pav a little bit. That could adjust for my 1 to 3 fall, but rest easy, Stars fans. You guys are fucking filth still, and who gives a fuck where you finish? You're
loaded,
dangerous.
loaded.
You're dangerous, Maverick.
Colvin, Johnston, Robertson.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, their setup is Jason Robertson, Rupe Hintz, Wyatt Johnston.
Like
Mason Marchment, Matt Duchene, Tyler Sagan, Jamie Benn, Maverick Bourque, Logan Stankoven. And look to see Maverick Bourque and Logan pop up to that second line at any point. And then Evgeny Dadonov, Sam Steele, and Colin Blackwell's your 4th line. Thomas Harley, Miro Heiskanen, Esa Lindell, Ilya Labushkin, Brendan Smith, Matt Dumba. Otter in that.
Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Very fucking team.
It's a very good team. To the Sagan and Ben thing, I don't really see any reason why they're going to drop off. I think they're going to do, like, what did Sagan finish with? Like 60 points, 50, 60 points? Like, why can't Sagan do that again?
He could for sure do it.
He can for sure do that again.
Yeah.
Matt Duchene is a guy who really takes care of his body, really cares about his performance. Like, I think he's going to have the same exact type of year. And
yeah, wow. Look at actually, he was even better last year.
And then you have Jamie Benn in your 3rd hole center, like.
He's not even playing center. Like he's
but he can play center.
Yes, and but like to your point, he's Maverick Bourque is centering him.
Oh, cool.
And
Maverick Bourque centering him. Well, I think,
but again, that could change.
I know Jamie Benn takes a lot of face-offs.
You know what I mean? Like
that's probably why I think that they both take a lot of face-offs.
Yeah.
They're very versatile. I think they're very deep.
Dude, Sag was only on the Bees for 3 years.
Yeah, it's great.
That's
one of the greatest disasters of all time.
They're big.
They're
hard to play against.
That Harley Heiskanen pairing is one of the best in the league. For me, yes, losing Pav's tough. I think we kind of had down years from Rupe and Robertson.
Last year, Robertson for sure.
And I
compared
think,
to what you did,
which by the way was still an 80-point year.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I think those guys are going to step up.
Same with Otter, by the way.
Yep.
Who was still like I have it right here, 905 save, 272 goals against, which is fucking good, but it's below his average. Like even he can be a little bit better.
Yeah.
And then to finish my point, I think Wyatt, I think Marchment, I think Stankoven, and Bourque. Obviously, Bourque, like really, it's his first go.
And you had him 1.
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Wyatt Johnston,
3.
Mason Marchment, and Logan Stankoven are going to have like massive step years.
Yep.
And I just think I think people are going to look at Dallas and go, they have fucking these guys too.
Yep.
Like you looked at Ben and Sagan and Pavelski, like that was the guys. And then the last 3 years, people were like, who the fuck is Robertson and Hintz? And now they're going, wait, who the fuck is Johnston, Marchment, and Stankoven?
Yeah.
The Stankoven one is the one that's really the most interesting because
I know.
this kid is like scored at every
level. Dude. Every level.
And I think you're right. I think he's one of those kids that no one's like, or names, right? He was good in the playoffs, but no one's really talking about. And he's a guy that might come out and score 35 goals.
Exactly.
And then everyone's going to be like, this kid scored at every level.
Dude, you know what this might be surprising. I think my biggest, how many times, I thought it should have been this past year. I really did. Like, they should have beat Edmonton. They should have.
Yep.
We keep saying with Dallas, like, time's up, guys. Like, you got to get back to the cup. My biggest hot seat on this team is DeBoer.
Oh, fair. Yeah.
Dude, I think DeBoer needs to adapt better. We've just seen, when Dallas went up against Vegas in the cup year, obviously it's not helpful that DeBoer had just coached Vegas. Vegas dismantled his system.
Yeah.
Because they were like, we know exactly what he does. And I'd like to see a little more adaptability from DeBoer, because it does feel like they keep getting to the playoffs and teams eventually obviously everyone's good in the playoffs, but they eventually figure out his system.
Well, dude, I'll
put
a microscope on it for you. Look at the Oilers, look at the Stars power play in that Western Conference Finals. They came in and the Oilers killed like 30 straight penalties, and then the Stars lose. And I'm like, you can't crack that?
Isn't there a stat that he's lost to the cup?
Oh, dude, yes.
Cup winning.
Fuck, I forget what this is. I forgot that. You're right.
Every time he loses, like that team wins a cup or has won the cup.
Yep.
Obviously, it was with San Jose. They lost.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a massive number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the last 2 years.
You're right. And is it
or at least the team that went.
I wonder too, and I asked myself the same thing. Is it adjustments or is it just fucking bad luck?
Right. Yeah.
You know, is it one of those things where it's
a combination of
he's
both,
like a Paul Maurice where he keeps getting there, and then
gotta crack through.
Can't get it over the hump.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of both. But Jesus Christ, dude. Like, what's crazy is I look at that team, the roster that we just ran down. Yeah. There are guys in that team that I don't think are what ifs. I think they're like certainties.
Oh, I agree.
Like Wyatt Johnston, man, that kid's a pervert.
Yeah.
He is so good. And I think Marchment is so good. I think the team is frankly undeniable. So like, I don't know how their depth is not going to get them back to first place.
They almost strike me, Dan, as a coast candidate, like you said about the Oilers, where the Stars are like, we're fine. Like, I don't.
That's why I kind of picked them.
Like I feel good about get me to the fucking playoffs.
That's why I kind of picked them at second, because
I hear that. The only reason I don't feel that way is because they're like,
they don't want to play.
First of all, they've not been. I think that was a big thing for Edmonton. Also, Edmonton's big dogs are Leon and Connor. They are like they're wearing the letters on their like the big dogs are guys who, in my opinion, as far as a success standpoint, need to prove it. Like Rupe, Robo,
those are their guys.
Miro,
those are their guys,
and they need to prove it. Like they're not wearing, like Ben's still wearing the C.
He's the captain. Yeah, right.
Yeah, but they're not. But they're not expecting. You're right. They're not expecting Ben or Sagan to be those guys.
Yes.
It's Robertson. It's
Rupe
Hintz.
It's Wyatt.
Miro.
It's Miro.
Now it's Wyatt
Harley.
Johnston.
Yep.
Yeah, he's that guy now. Yep.
No doubt.
Yeah, it's the young guard, dude. On the Stank Man thought, I'm loving the idea of, because everybody on Shut Up at MGM, everybody's all over Celebrini for Rookie of the Year. And I'm like, well, Stank is actually a rookie this coming year, technically.
Right.
And I'm like, if he scores, I know, but he's never been in the league like Stank.
No, I know.
If Stank scores 35 fucking goals, I'm like, oh yeah, you're Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
So there might be some sharp action on that, dude. It's crazy.
And he's gonna play a lot too.
Oh my God, yeah. Okay.
All right.
Rundown, CP.
8th, Blackhawks. I already forget. Hold on.
I know, I remember too.
I'll go first. 8th, Blackhawks. 7th, Blues. 6th, Wild. 5th, Jets. 4th, Utah. 3rd, Colorado. 2nd, Nashville. 1st, Dallas.
Okay, I'm 8th, Blackhawks. 7th, Blues. 6th, Jets. 5th, Wild. 4th, Utah. 3rd, Dallas. 2nd, Colorado. 1st, Predators.
Man, I'm all over. 8, Blackhawks. 7, Minnesota Wild.
Yep.
6 was St. Louis Blues. 5, Utah Hockey Club. 4, Colorado Avalanche.
Yep.
3, Nashville. second. Dallas 1. The Winnipeg Jets.
And Avs,
Crazy.
you're a 4 and in, right, for the Avs?
Yes.
4th and in.
Yes, I think all 4 teams are in the
Yep.
playoffs.
And that would be so then
Top 4
if
teams,
you can
sorry.
remember your Pacific, that would mean you have Edmonton, LA, Vegas.
Who is Edmonton, LA? 3 was
Canucks.
No, Vancouver.
Yep. So but I'm saying do you have 4 from the Pacific making it? If it's the 4 Central, you must have Edmonton.
I would have 3 from the Pacific and 4 from the Central.
No, 5.
Or sorry,
So either
fuck that one up.
either 4. So it's either LA,
Yeah.
Vegas, Canucks, and Oilers, and now we're even.
It's probably
Or
that.
Yeah, no, that's
or you got to drop
don't
one
think
and
you
you
have any of
add
those 4
because who'd you just have
No.
5th right now? Oh, Utah. You'd have to
Utah.
add Utah.
That's
And that's
why,
what exactly what you said. You said
that's why I had Utah at 5th.
Yep.
They're compete for a spot. They're not going to make.
Not going to get in. So it's those 4
sorry.
Pacific.
You got.
Yeah.
My brain was in a pretzel there for a second.
Yep.
it's hard to follow.
I think. What did I have? Utah 4. Yeah, I think I'm probably 4 also. I bet it's the top 4 here.
Me too.
I think it's
Top
4-4.
Yeah.
It's electric stuff. All right, well, that is our Central Division breakdown. Next week, we got the Metro. Crazy stuff. This is the most all over the place we've been so far. Mm-hmm. Like, we were all very
We're
different.
pretty dialed on the Pacific. Yeah, this one was exciting.
So, exciting stuff.
Good
We
stuff.
will
This was
see
fun.
your reactions to this, and then we will see you next week when we get into the Metro. And until then,
Skate hard.